And I'm back. Okay, so we're all familiar with copper pipe, hard copper pipe. So threaded fittings were pretty much the mainstay for those, threaded fittings, and then eventually soldered fittings. So these would have had to been joined together, cleaned up meticulously, joined together, and then heated and soldered. So it made a joint there. And that's still in use today, but you know, it's time consuming, you know, and you have to have the pipes really clean before you go to solder them, or sometimes it doesn't stick. Next thing that came along was PEX pipe, and it's used in most new homes now, and it's really good. It's just this plastic pipe. You cut it to the length you want, and you get all these variety of fittings, and you just put a copper ring around here. I don't have one right on hand here, but put the fitting in here like that, and crimp it, and that's watertight instantly. Some people don't have the crimper. You know, I mean, the crimper's anywhere from $50 to $100 to have that crimp tool. And if you're going to do a plumbing job and you don't have like a torch and solder for one thing, and if you don't have the crimping tool, they've come up with another thing. It's called shark bite. Now, shark bite will join onto PEX. It'll join onto copper. It'll join onto plastic pipe. How it works, it's got, I'll show you on the end here. You just put your pipe in there. Your pipe just goes in there like that. No solder, no crimping, nothing other than pushing it in. And what happens is these little teeth in there that bite into the pipe as it goes in, just like how a shark's teeth are aimed backwards into its mouth, so that when it grabs a hole of prey, it just doesn't pull out. So, and that's the whole idea of shark bite. These are actually a copy of shark bite. These are called push and connect, and there's always copies coming out of different things, but they work equally well. I've used these too. Here's a brand name shark bite fitting. This is actually a valve, and what I'm going to do here today, I'm going to show you briefly in a video how this stuff works. Okay, and your hose would go on here and go up to your tap. Now, a lot of times, you know, in days past, you would have to get in there and solder, right? Solder a copper fitting in there, or get in there with your PEX and get a crimp tool in there. And sometimes the handles on those crimp tools, you know, they're quite wide, and to get them in there so that you could crimp the fitting was hard to do. But now with shark bite, all you got to do is cut your pipes to length, and when you're ready to do it, you just push that on there and lock it in, and it won't come apart and it doesn't leak. And they are a little more expensive than your regular fittings. Like they're quite a bit more expensive than your PEX fitting. But if you are going to do a small job, you don't have those other tools, you don't have a torch, you don't have solder to, you know, solder copper pipes together, or if you're afraid of lighting a torch maybe in a spot under the house where you're concerned about fire, you know, it's a really good option. The other thing is with PEX, sometimes, like I say, it's hard to get the crimping tool in that spot. You know, it's a tight spot, and how are you going to get the crimp ring crimped on here? And that's where shark bite comes in, you know, brilliantly, because all you have to do is be able to get to the end of the pipes, and you can push them into here like that, and that's it. That's the end of your job. It's done. It won't leak. It won't come apart. And the beauty of shark bite is they will join copper, or they will join PEX, or they will join both of them. You can put PEX in one side, copper in the other, whatever suits you. So if you're going into an old house and it's got copper pipe already and you want to join something in, you can put this on your copper pipe and then join in with PEX, and off you go. So anyway, I'm going to show you a small job here I'm doing today. I'm in a house where there's copper pipe, and I'm going to put these isolation valves under a sink, and I'm going to run shark bite fittings and PEX from that copper. I'll show you how that's done. Okay, so I've got a repair to make here. There's a PEX coming into this shark bite here, and there's a T, and then this is going up through the floor into where I want to put that valve. So what I'm going to do is I have a T here, a shark bite T. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to cut this off here and let it down, and I'm going to run PEX. So, get my cutting tool here. I'm just going to cut this off here. And we've got the water turned off. Might be a little drip in here. Cuts that off. And this one here, I'm just going to discard it. So I'm just going to use a hacksaw to cut this one off because it's hard to get a cutoff tool up there. So I'm just going to cut this one off here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this off here and put that T, and we're going to join the T back up in here. I'll show you how quick this is. Okay, just push that on there. You can still turn it however you want to orientate it, but it's grabbed on there. It's not going to leak, even if I turn it a little bit. And here's the one we just cut off. Make sure there's no burrs on it. I'm just going to push that in there. Till it goes home. There. That's it. Okay. That's done. Now I'm just going to run a piece from here over, put a 90 in it, and run it up under the sink. Okay, so I figured out my length of PEX pipe that I need to go up there. I'm just going to cut that off. Like so. And you'll feel it come home there. That's it. All right. All right, so we're going to go up through that hole in the floor. All we got to do is measure from here to there. So we're going to get our piece of PEX pipe. And there it is. Okay, it's as simple as that. All right, and then we're going to go up and put our valve on the top of that. And then when you turn the water on, these aren't going to leak. They'll never leak. Okay, so I'd love to hear what you have to say about shark bite fittings and how they work. And what do you think of the cost? And should you use them or not? Let me know what you think about the whole thing down in the comments. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel to see all the crazy things I get up to, just click subscribe. It means a lot to me. And give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. That helps the analytics. And we'll see you again here very soon on Everyday Projects. Bye for now.